My name is Rick Suarez, and this is my story. My legal journey was a little bit of a circuitous journey. I got an undergraduate degree, and then I got a master's. And my undergraduate degree and my master's are both in music and in performance. And I studied in New York with a concert pianist, and I studied in Los Angeles with a concert pianist when I was young. Then when I went to college, I got my degrees. I went out and I was connected with the university and did some performing for 2 or 3 years. And my brother-in-law, who is an attorney, I was getting ready to go in and get my PhD. And he said, rather than get your PhD, give a year of law school a chance, see if you like it. I think you would enjoy the field. So I decided to give it a year, and I ended up graduating. I was fortunate enough to be hired my third year of law school by a medium-sized firm in Miami that was considered one of the best litigation appellate firms probably in the state of Florida. I was with that firm for 11 years, and after 4 years they made me partner. At the end of 11 years, another partner and I, who'd become very good friends, went out on our own and formed our own firm. And he and I were together for about 11 years also. That seems to be my track record. And then at the end of the 11 years, when we got to do some great litigation and great appeals, multi-district litigation, very large medical device defense work and things like that. At the end of that 11 years, the governor's office contacted me, and there was an opening in the trial bench, and I was asked to put my name in. I did, and the governor appointed me. And I was a trial judge in the county court for about 1.5 years. And then the governor appointed me up to the 3rd District Court of Appeal. I was at the 3rd District Court of Appeal for about 16 years. A couple of those years I was chief judge, and it was a great experience. I probably authored, I think when I retired, they counted up, and I authored about 600 opinions, and I sat on about 2,000 cases of all types, criminal as well as civil. It's very hard to pick out specific experiences in my career, because when I go back and look at my career, I was very lucky to have had great mentors all the way through my career. Not only the lawyers that I worked with, but the judges that I practiced before and judges that I practiced with. And they led me into understanding that the most important part of being an attorney, being a judge, as well as being an arbitrator or mediator, is be courteous and kind to everybody that you deal with, the attorneys as well as the parties. Always be prepared. Your integrity and your reputation for honesty is the most important thing you can carry through with you. And then one of the other things that one of the senior partners at my first firm taught me was you have to be concerned with what's going on in the world and what's going on in the community to understand how people are thinking and what affects them. What I always try to impart to first-year law students or to seniors in college that are going into law, or I've sworn in a number of classes at the University of Miami and other universities that have passed the bar. And what I try to impart to them is what I think is the most important thing for any attorney, whether you want to become a judge, whether you want to stay in the practice of law, whatever you want to do with it. The most important thing is to create a reputation of integrity and honesty. You want to be able to go into, whether it's a closing, whether it's a hearing, whether it's an appellate oral argument, you want to go in and you want the judge to say, oh yes, I know your name. I can sit back because I know what you tell me is the truth, and what you cite to me as a case, the case actually stands for. And the main thing I tell everybody is, it's very easy to destroy your reputation. You can't build it back. I was very fortunate not to have encountered any barriers as I was pursuing my career. I came right behind a time period when there were barriers for Hispanics, for Blacks, for women. But at the time, the first law firm I was with had one of the first women partners of a major law firm in Dade County. And she was a great mentor and a great teacher. And the most important thing that young people need to learn, and we talk to them all the time, is that you can do it. There's no barrier. If you want to become a lawyer, you can do it. If you want to become chief judge of a court, you can obtain it. It's all there. You can do it. You just have to keep pushing forward. And we who are at the tail end of our profession need to keep pulling them forward and pushing them up so that we get total equality all the way through. If I were to pick a title for my life, I think the title would have to be something like, he had the utmost integrity. I'm Rick Suarez, and I'm proud to say that I'm a mediator and an arbitrator at JAMS.